Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Thank you for clicking on this video. I don't have my lights on. How is that even possible? There we go. There we go. I haven't even brushed out my beard today. I'm here. I've got my coffee. Good morning. Again, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Dustin, and I'm so happy that you are here with me today. Welcome. John Gugahan is here this morning. I truly appreciate you, sir. Sarah is here. Good morning, dear. I'm so glad to see you this morning. How are you? That was a good chat yesterday that James and I had. That was wonderful. I enjoy having him on. I enjoy getting a chance to be around him. I was around him last weekend in person. Mm. You were experiencing, like me, my first sip of coffee of the morning. Mm. Oh, delicious. Enjoying a day in the AC. I can only imagine living in Florida, working at where you do, dealing with the heat. Oh, miserable. Sure, it's not that bad. The magic, the wonderment that is that place. Oh, I love it. Whoo, yeah. So, if you did get a chance to watch that episode yesterday, it was good. Good morning, Matt. We got Matt and Sarah in the house. Good morning. Are you at Disney's Beach Club, Matt? Hmm. Good morning, Bob. How you doing, sir? Good morning, good morning, good morning. We so glad to see you this morning. Sherry Lynn says, I guess I need to get out of bed and get my coffee. Oh, coffee is the best. Mm. Mm. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I think I saw that um yeah, I think I saw that there was a loss in your family. I'm truly sorry about that. My condolences. It's a good thing that you work for a company that does give you that the bereavement, and um, some companies will work with you very closely and some will not. My buddy lost his father a couple of weeks ago, and I think they only gave him like 2 or 3 days off or whatever. I don't think that's enough time, really, to be honest with you. Pull this closer to me. Now deep thoughts with me. Oh, so I was just wondering. So as I was driving to a show last night, you kind of start going out and driving, and I don't know, maybe I'm a person, I just drive past places and I think about the past, like old employment, places like that, and just like, the more things change. And then I went to a show last night, and I'm a person that's used to walking into a show and knowing lots of people, or people knowing me and having, fun interactions from beginning to end. And it's just not the same anymore. And I mean, I understand that's going to happen. People that I go to show or went to shows with for years have grown up or moved away or passed away or whatever the case is. And, I still, knew about 5 or 6 people last night, which is still, very lovely to see those people. But it's just such a weird thing to know that changes. But then again, I have a situation now where I come on here and I have so many wonderful people who know me, and and I have the opportunity to interact with, or in-person meetings like meetups, KPL conferences, things like that, where people will know me and I can, get a chance to talk with people. So yeah. So how was everybody's weekend? It's race weekend here in Indianapolis. Central Indiana, the Indianapolis 500 happens today. It's happening. I'm not leaving the house today. Chandra does go to work, but she goes to work before the festivities begin. Well, I mean, before, I mean, people are probably already up. Yeah, at 7:30, people have probably been up for a few hours already, getting the party started, if you know what I mean. Getting their making their way to the track. Um, so that race that didn't even start till like noon today or something like that. But there's a whole thing that happens. There's flyovers and singers and pace cars and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, so I mean, that's just kind of my thoughts. Like when I was putting this together, how life is weird, how things change, but but they're really the same. I mean, you just kind of get older and things do change and people move, that kind of stuff. So Matt's saying that he went to the Indy 589. Grandfather bought tickets for you to celebrate your graduation, had pit tickets for the race. It was amazing. It's a lot different now. I have never actually been to the race. I've grown up hearing being able to hear the track, um, the whine of the Indy cars. I had a friend whose parents owned a race team. That's just one of those things that I've never really been in. It was just never something that we did. Now, I think my grandmother and stuff would go to the race back in the day. Um, I've only been inside the track twice. I went inside the track in the fifth grade, probably 89, probably 1989. Something, I think it was like, yeah, fifth grade. Um, so it was probably in 1989. Um, we went in for a field trip. Um, you know, um, went to the museum, and the second time was in 2019. I was there working for the mini 500, the mini marathon. So we've never watched it on TV. There was always a blackout. They didn't show it on TV here during the didn't you couldn't watch it live here unless you had like satellite or something like that. Like real satellite. So it's just never been a thing. My grandma would always listen to it on the radio. That's just a thing she would do. Um, I was just never that interested. It was just one of those things for us. Like you just kind of hunker down and you don't go anywhere. You just hang out at the house because if you got out, you can't get back home. Especially I lived in Speedway for a good long time. I lived in Speedway for about 6 or 8 years. Like I could go out and just see the track from where I lived. So, that was just one of those things. You just didn't go anywhere if you couldn't get back home. I mean, if you could slip out, like, so the race starts at noon and it's going to be about 3 or 4 hours, you could get out for about an hour and then maybe you could sneak back in if you're going to go across the street, go to the grocery store or something. But it wasn't, or you were just going to be out and not come back until after all the stuff, especially when I lived in Speedway because they just shut everything down. So Bob's saying they don't think the brace will run today if the rain starts at noon. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Jeff Fultz is here. Good morning, sir. Said just made it back from a 4-mile walk. Well, that's awesome. That's a good walk. While we were pup sitting, the grand pup, we were going out more. We were walking more, walking a few times a day. I would like to be able to do that, but it almost seems like you need an excuse to do it, like having a dog. Otherwise, it's just too easy to get caught up in things like work. Yeah. Mm. I didn't get home till almost midnight last night. I'm a little tired today. I forgot, like I even said, I forgot to brush my beard. I don't even know where my brush is. Let's see. Brush. There we go. Is that better? Do I look better? Carl is here. Good morning, Carl. Yeah, so I went to saw some bands play last night. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. It's always a good thing for me to get out and see some bands play, have a good time, see some people, get out of the house. Mm. Oh yeah. Ah, well, yeah, had a good time. Now I'm hanging out with you, wonderful people. So, what's on your mind? You guys have any questions? You guys have any topics you want to talk about? Anything you see going on in the world? One of the things that I saw just before I came on here, I was looking at a short. It was a Dr. Baker short with he was reacting to Dr. Berg thing talking about rats with three different types of fat and all consuming alcohol, which I'm like, I don't understand, but whatever. I guess there was a corn oil and alcohol, beef tallow and alcohol, and there was lard and alcohol. And I guess these rats in the study had minimal damage to the liver with the lard, almost no damage with the beef tallow, and they had significant damage with the corn oil. So that's pretty strange. Yeah. Good morning, Ron. I'm so glad you are here. You're going to be heading out walking soon. I hope you take us with you so we can join you on that walk so I can vicariously get some exercise in. Sherry's asking if I ate before the concert. I mean, I ate earlier yesterday afternoon. I had three 1/3 pound patties. These the Angus sirloin or whatever patties from Costco, and I had some Nathan's hot dogs that I got on sale yesterday with some mustard. So I put those in. I put the hot dogs in the air fryer and got them nice and crispy. And then I had the burgers that I cooked on a cast iron skillet. So that's what I had. The only thing that I did have on my way, I stopped at the gas station and picked myself up an energy drink and drank that on my way. They have a restaurant there, I think. It's a small venue. It only holds maybe 150, 200 people tops. I mean, then it's like stuffed, packed to the gills. It's a small venue. It's called Black Circle. Um, it's small, intimate. I love it. It's a place that I go. That's typically where I go. Like I'll be going back in July. There's another band playing that I want to see. Um, yeah, I don't go to a lot of large shows anymore. Ron says I have a renovation project almost complete. Complete. I'll grab some live video. Well, that'll be awesome. And Jeff Fultz says gonna make Chris cooking Nashville's pancakes this morning. Good luck. I think I saw him make those, and they look so good. There's just something about like that's the like one of the things like one of the breakfast foods that I do miss sometimes, but it's not so much the pancake. It's like just a specific piece of the pancake, like that middle where they had put the butter and it's like all soaked through with butter. That's what I miss. It's more the butter than anything, and I can replicate that to a degree. Just basically make like a over buttered mug cake or something like that, and little syrup in there, and basically be the same thing. Charlie, good morning, sir. Good morning, Charlie. How are you? Brian Doyle is here. Good morning, sir. How are you? And Ron says, I have 60 walking miles in for the month of May. We dropped 8 pounds for the month. That is spectacular. Thank you so much for sharing that information with us. That's so impressive. Just 60 miles and the 8 pounds down. That's amazing. Now, did you do anything different food wise or intake wise? Were you a little more strict? Were you more cautious of what you're eating, or were you just walking? I'd like to know. Christian Delorme is in the house. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Thank you for being here, Christian. Um, yeah, speaking of Chris cooking Nashville, I saw that his wife is going to be doing something in Indiana. I'm not sure, I can't remember the date, but I know she's going to be in Indiana. She's going to be up northern Indiana at a place called Sweetwater. Um, Sweetwater uh, is a music instrument company that you can buy guitars, drums, microphones, anything dealing with music and that's music production, live music. You can buy just about anything from them. It's kind of like a musician's friend. It's basically just a website where you can buy all like basically an online music store. But they have it's the warehouse, but it's not only a warehouse, it's also like a giant showroom and they like a cafeteria thing for their workers, and they have live music there, and like a lot of times bands will like that are in town. It's in Fort Wayne, Indiana. They will do live shows, and so I'm guessing that she's going to be playing up there in Fort Wayne. I'm going to try to go up there because I think it would be kind of fun to see her, and maybe if Chris goes as well, get a chance to meet Chris in person. I know that they are going to Keto Palooza in October, which I'm super psyched about as well. Matt Franklin said that Fort Wayne is his hometown. My apologies, Matt. My apologies, Fort Wayne. At least it's not Evansville. Okay. Let's see. Warming up the sauna. Really? See, look. I wish we had a sauna. I would love to have a sauna like 190 degrees, get in there 25 minutes a day. Just that's cool. I'd love to get one of those. Just put it in the garage. I mean, really, I could just keep the garage closed and just, let's see. We had a lot of chaffles for the chaffle playlist cut way back on the normal amounts, lots of water. Walking is the key. Yeah, yeah, we need to do more of that. Like, especially during the week, we need to do more activities with the granddaughter. Summer's coming up for her. She's got 2 more days of school left. She only goes 3 days a week anyway for preschool, but she has 2 days left. She actually graduates from preschool next Friday. She's nervous about it. I don't want to graduate. Um, but our pool opens this weekend, so I'm excited about that. Hopefully, take her swimming. Um, like to get her out on her bike, have her ride her bike. The other day, I take her out to ride her bike, and we go around and we go to the park. We ride all the way to our park, which is just on the other side of our block. And she's playing, and all of a sudden she stops. She goes, "I gotta go potty," and she's like jumps off the playground equipment, starts running. I'm like, wait, you have to wait for me. I had to pick up her bike, and I'm chasing after her down the street, and she's a good half block ahead of me. So I call Shander, and I'm like, "Hey, the girl's coming home. She's running ahead of me. She's got to go potty. Come downstairs, open the back door, let her in." And she's like, "I see her. I see her. She's coming." I'm hustling home trying to carry this bike, and I'm like, it was hot. It was like, coming, it was like 85, 88 degrees or something like that. And I get home and I just like sit on the couch. I'm like, not built for this heat. Sean is in the house. Good morning, Sean. Today we made breakfast and I'm sorry, breakfast sausage and cheese quesadillas. Sounds delightful. I got some of these chicken. It's like chicken with caramelized onion and white cheddar. I think they are these little patty things from Costco. They were on sale. They sounded good. I'm gonna try those today. I think maybe have some of those and some hot dogs. I might whip up a couple chaffles to eat. So make have those chicken things as a sandwich. We'll see how it goes. Because chaffles are really easy to whip up. The way I make them, pretty easy to make. I don't have any mayo. I'd have to do. I don't know. I think I got to get some sour cream. Maybe I don't know. We'll figure it out. Mm. Today we're making BLT on a chaffle. Sometimes I just want like just the B. I haven't had bacon in a while. Maybe I'll thaw out a couple pounds of bacon and make some bacon today. How does that sound? Does that sound good to you guys? Haven't made bacon in a while. Maybe I'll make myself a couple pounds of bacon and snack on that throughout the day and see how I feel. Hey yo, Hungry Heath is in the house. How are you doing, sir? It is crazy how sinful bacon is. You're gonna eat that much bacon? So I saw something the other day. They were like, "I wish they would change bacon packaging," and I didn't understand what they were talking about. And I was like, "What? I don't understand. What's wrong with bacon packaging?" They're like, "It needs a Ziploc top on it." I'm like, I've never just made a pound of like I've never like opened up a package of bacon and just made a little bacon. I always just open it up, cut around the edges, and make the entire pound. Because once you cook it, I mean, if I'm gonna start the oven and bake in the oven, it's silly to make just a few slices. I don't understand. People are crazy. People are crazy. Bacon is always the right answer. So here in Indiana, we have a brand called Indiana Kitchen, and it's one of my favorites, and it was on sale. I got 2 pounds the other day on sale. Um, Pretty good stuff. I love it. I don't know if anybody else. I don't know how far you can find Indiana Kitchen bacon, but it's pretty good. Bacon, yeah. Matt says we went to Winn Dixie and they had 22 ounces of bacon in a package. That sounds good. Yeah. Winn Dixie. That's a definite southern place. Where were we? We were on our way home, and I think we stopped in Florida on the way home. We stopped I'm trying to think of what it was called. That retirement community that takes up like 20 square miles or whatever it is, that big Florida, the islands or the whatever it's called in Florida. And we stopped at a grocery store there, and and it was hilarious because I was joking with Shander about like how like there's a lot of like funny business that happens in there. People rolling around their golf carts and hanging out with each other and all kinds of party atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? Like 50 plus. And I get out of the car and I'm walking up and like a lady starts talking to me about my beard. It's some older lady. And I was like, see, look, just the way it is. The villages. Yeah, yeah, the villages. I made bacon knots last week, topped off with a teaspoon of chalk zero maple syrup. So good. I don't have any chalk zero maple syrup, but I do get the Kroger stuff sometimes. It's got sorbitol in it. It's not clean, but like as often as I use it, I don't it's not like the end of the world. If I was probably using it every day and it was a staple of my diet, I probably would invest in something a little better, I think. But like at $2 a bottle, it's kind of hard to beat. And I know, like I said, I know it's not the best ingredients, and I don't use I just don't use it enough. So, and I feel like if I spent more on it, I'd probably use it more. I don't know. I don't know. I'm weird. I really like homemade bacon, but here lately the warden has been finding lots on sale. I just don't like. Okay, so I love like pork belly and stuff. I like the idea of pork belly, and to me, bacon is just easier to buy. It just is. And I mean, especially for us, the way our house is, the way we are with with everything we've got going on, I would love to make bacon sometime, but there's just too much going on for us to like. And I don't have room in the fridge to put a slab of pork belly in there and let it cure for 2 weeks or whatever you got to do. I don't have the time as much as I would love to. But then again, I don't. I can go to the store and buy. I can buy it from Costco. Evelyn is here. Good morning. Better late than never, I say. Oh my goodness. Uncle Big Guy is here. Good morning. A little slow. I'm slow here today too. We have one fridge and three freezers. So like we have the fridge with the freezer, like that French door top with the pull out freezer in the bottom, like one of those Samsung fridges. And then we have two chest freezers in the garage. Um, I think maybe sometime towards the fall, we're gonna rent a dumpster and basically clean the house out of anything and everything we don't need. It'll be difficult for me. I think it'll be good for us. Um, but I think then, I probably should go through the freezers every once in a while. I forget, but I'm pretty sure I've got hot dog buns in there from like last year, the year before. They stay good, right? Right. Oh, maybe I'll pull a bag of those out and have some with my hot dogs today. Because Costco for a while Costco sells the keto bread, the 2 loaves of keto bread for $10. They would also sometimes carry hot dog buns, kind of like right now, at the beginning of like grill season, but they didn't have them this year. I don't even think they had them last year. They had them the year before. So I bought a bunch. So they've been in there for a while. So I don't know if they're any good or not. Freezer burnt hot dog buns. You know how it goes. We need to do a dumpster purge too. Yeah, there's the company, like, you can rent, like a quarter size dumpster or whatever like that for, like, 250 bucks. We may do that. I don't know if, 'cause I don't think we need to do a full dumpster. 'Cause, I mean, we're not, like, tearing anything out of that. We're not tearing out drywall. We're not throwing away I mean, really, realistically, yeah, I mean, a lot of it's, like, a lot of clothes. We could just get rid of a bunch of clothes and donate. We could just basically throw those away. Because I figure if I donate clothes, Shane will go and buy them back from Goodwill. Let's see. Just makes the bread in our house. Yeah. I have the bun size molds. If I just gotta be a I gotta get a I gotta get a hand mixer or something to make the bread with. I know. I'll get around to it one of these days. I don't know. But I just I like I like the idea of simplicity. And I just kind of feel like when I start doing things like those big, like making bread and stuff, and like it's just a lot less, it's not simplistic anymore. Like I'm gotten to the point now where we use a lot of paper plates and paper bowls and stuff, so I don't have to do a lot of dishes because I hate dishes. Like I gotta mow the grass tomorrow. I don't even want to do that. Um, you know, but I have two pork butts that are stuck in the bottom of the deep freeze. We are trying to eat our way down to them. Follow the freezer out to unlock. All you gotta do it is open them for like 10 minutes and then Texas heat and you'll be good, right? I tried the keto buns and they kept me on the toilet. There's no TMI here. I need to try and see like I need to yeah, that's a good idea. Chaffles. I need to get myself one of those. I want to get one of let me pull it up and show you what I'm talking about. I know you guys have probably seen it. I'll go ahead and pull it up here. Let me see. I need one of these square waffle makers by Dash. I think that would be good. You can get it for like whatever. I don't know why. What's going on here? Makes 8-inch waffles, so they're 4-inch each. So yeah, I think that would be good. Just make them kind of like thinner, and then yeah, I don't know. I kind of want those. Charlie says it. Dishes are no good. I agree. But when Sarah cooks, which is most meals, I do the dishes. It's only fair in our house. Well, I cook and do the dishes, but we all know why. Let's see. I don't mow the grass. In my opinion, they make people they make people for that. I would love. I could pay like the neighbor boy to do it, like $20. Oh, that's $20 a week, $80 a month. Yeah. Big Belly Bob is here. Good morning, sir. How are you? I look statuesque. Oh, that's the waffle maker you guys have. Works really good. I want it. I have two round ones, and you just tandem those. But Charlie says I've made egg white bread a few times. Used them to make French fries cooked in tallow, a la Maria Emmerich. They weren't super satisfying. They weren't super satisfying knockoff French fry experience. Yeah, I just kind of feel like sometimes, I kind of feel that they do leave a little bit to be desired. Good morning, love for life. Thank you for being here. I'm in Indiana too. Good morning from Indiana, they say. Good morning. And Matt used to live in Indiana. Let's see. I have to cut grass. I had 3 storms roll through yesterday, though it's all wet now. Hopefully it dries. But yeah, I'm not cutting it till tomorrow. I don't care. It's supposed to rain today, and I don't really want to do that. Now I got to look up these chaffle fries. I don't think I've ever tried them. Yeah, Big Belly Bob is in Indiana. Check out his channel. Represent. I've been having trouble having these go to Facebook. I usually have these go to live to Facebook, Twitter, here on YouTube. But for some reason, the last couple of times I've set these up, it errors out. So Facebook hasn't been doing it. So I've just been going live yesterday and today on Facebook and Twitter. So if you're watching me on those two platforms, thank you so very much. If you normally watch on Facebook and you've come to one of these platforms, I appreciate you so very much because I understand that we have our favorite platforms and we don't like to switch. So chaffles are just too easy compared to all the hassle of making egg white bread or buns. Yeah, I agree. There's just a difference in texture. There's a difference in ingredients and all that stuff. First video I ever released. First video I ever released. So don't just. I don't know what you're trying to say there. Egg white breads are definitely a labor of love. Ain't got time for all that, right? I need someone. I just need someone to make me egg white bread and ship it to me. Just send it to me. Just mail it to me. Whatever. I'll be here by myself tomorrow, so cutting the grass, hanging out. I'm probably gonna finish up watching the last few episodes I have of Yellowstone. Then I'm done with that series. As far as the primary series, there's 2 spin-off series. I don't know if I'm gonna watch those or not. I don't know if I care enough. I kind of feel like I'm invested with these characters. I don't know if I want to go and learn something about. I like the modern aspect of it. I don't necessarily feel like a Western at this point. Don't worry. I'll judge you. I'll judge you. You don't get Monday off? They paying you double time? They better be paying you extra. Oh, I was thinking about something. And I was thinking about doing like a live every so often, like maybe once a month or something like that, where I do, or maybe depending on what you guys think, going through different online retailers and kind of looking at what keto options they have going down the line and looking at what they have, what their ingredients are, giving my opinions. And I figure that people who are involved in the chat could then pick an item or two, depending on what we find. Sometimes we may not find anything, but find an item to purchase, and then Shannon and I will actually review it live on camera, in person. So I don't know. See what you guys think about that. If that's something you guys might be interested in joining us in. They are all really good. Yellowstone is the only thing I watch on TV anymore. I'm almost done. So then I'll probably move on to something else. We still have to watch. We still need to watch Fallout. We finished. We need to finish watched one episode of Bridgerton, the new season. There's three more, and then there's four more coming in June. Um, I know that Big Mouth. Big Mouth, I think, is coming soon. Big Mouth, the last season. Let me double check. It was supposed to release this. It was supposed to release this month, I thought. Now it's being pushed to 2025 for some reason. Hmm. I don't understand that. I was looking forward to that. So I don't know what's going on with that. But we'll have to find more shows to watch. I guess so. I don't know if anybody was into Suits. We started watching Suits and it got derivative real fast. Like it got really repetitive real fast. So we never finished it. But I guess they are doing some kind of prequel or something. I don't know who's going to be in it, if any of the original characters are going to be in it or actors or whatever. I don't know. Let's see. Sherry says, I work Monday also, but start vacation on Friday for 10 days. That sounds amazing. What were your favorite keto options when you went to Disney World? Um, I mean, realistically, like the breakfast, the character meals you can do, that's probably one of my favorite keto things you can do. I mean, they bring the potatoes, they bring the waffles, and if you can just like for me, like I totally like you get all the sausage and eggs and all that stuff that you want. So you could legitimately fill up on sausage and eggs. I did partake in the Mickey waffles and all that stuff, that Stitch waffles, because I mean, we paid $600 for the breakfast, which sounds insane when you say it out loud. But um, we did like when we went in 2018, we were more cautious. Like we did like Brussels sprouts at we went to the Edison and had burger and Brussels sprouts. I mean, the turkey leg, I don't know how keto the turkey leg is. I mean, I know it's like it's cured, so it's almost more like a ham leg than anything. Um, you can totally do keto at the parks. It's not hard. It'll cost more, but realistically, I think if you are a family doing keto, you're probably better suited bringing your own snacks. And then, I mean, they have Coke Zero. You can find Coke Zero and Diet Coke and stuff in the parks. Um, there's pork belly. We got some of the pork belly on a stick. I don't know how had a sweet sauce on it, so it's probably not the most keto stuff. It's just one of those things like you can do it. You just have to be mindful. And to me, like that's I still try to maintain some semblance of that when we're at like at the condo. but like in the parks, it's such a rare event for us to get to go that I don't necessarily hold back. But I don't go wild and crazy either. I don't just eat anything and everything. I'm still very selective on the options that I choose, even with the things that are not keto, because I know I don't want to feel like trash. I don't want to be feeling crappy and walking 25 miles or whatever, 25,000 steps a day. Do you understand? And that's just kind of me. Like, I mean, it's easy to go overboard, but I'm not just getting ice cream and Mickey bars. I didn't get any, those kind of things. I think it's just I'm picky and choosy. Only holidays I'm off are Thanksgiving and Christmas. If our stores are open, then I have to work. I see. My company works most major holidays, but we get a week off for Christmas and a week off for the 4th of July. That's amazing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to starting it because I'm a huge, huge Walton Coggins fan. So I'm hopefully he delivers a performance worthy of him. Yeah, we love Ted Lasso. Oh, that was such a good show. Sean's watching Fallout now, yeah, liking the show. I've started a list of how to stay keto at different style restaurants, maybe picking from a menu and what questions to ask when you bring up. Yeah, I think that's a good idea too. Like, I mean, even we do things like when we go to there's a Mexican restaurant that we like to go to in town. And I talk about this sometimes because I think a lot of times you go to these Mexican restaurants and you order like the fajitas or whatever, they put so much emphasis on the sides, the tortillas, the beans, the rice, and all the veggies and stuff. You get such a minimal amount of like fajita meat and veggies to where this one we go to, where it's just a heaping pile. It's like more than you can probably eat, even without the tortillas, beans, rice, and all that stuff. And sometimes we'll get the queso, but then like you still have to understand that even the queso at a restaurant like that is probably made with condensed milk and things like that. It's a The way they would make it is not how I would make it at home. Um, yeah, I mean that's a great idea. Coming up with the best way to ask your questions for the wait staff to understand. I think a lot of times the true issue when we go out to eat is the breakdown in communication between the customer and the wait staff. A lot of times the wait staff may not understand what keto is. I mean, they all understand gluten allergies, they understand peanut allergies, they understand the allergy aspect. And I've had lots of restaurant people tell me, I'll order some wings. I'm like, are these naked wings? Are they not breaded? And they'll say, oh, they're not breaded. And then I get them and I eat them, and I'm like, and I tell the waitress, those were actually breaded. And then she's arguing with me. I'm like, I literally just ate them. They were breaded. I didn't send them back. I just eat them. It's not going to be the end of the world for me. That was a couple years ago, but that's just one of those things. I think being relaxed, going out to a restaurant, not panicking, understanding that as clean as they can make it, it's still probably not the cleanest you're going to find because restaurants do what restaurants do. They're serving a broad array of people. Um, and you can always pick and choose things you want. Like you can eat keto at Olive Garden. You can get like broccoli and fish or whatever. Is it optimal? No, it's not. But if you and in a big group are going and you want to be with them and that just happens to be where they're going, then there's always ways to kind of pick around and talk to the wait staff. Hey, I don't I have a gluten allergy, I have a carbohydrate allergy. I just really eat meat and vegetables. I try to keep my sugars and carbohydrates low. What would you recommend? And if they don't know, we'll say, hey, well, what would the chef recommend? Or, I mean, depending on where you are, if there's actually a chef or not. So, yeah. What are we talking about, Brian? Season 3 opener of what? What did I miss, Brian? We talking about season 3 opener of Yellowstone? Because I don't remember it being. I just don't. I've watched them all so fast. I don't know. Yeah, it is. That's gonna. That would be a great thing. And I mean, if you're wanting help, we can collaborate or something like that. We can see what we can do. Shows like Criminal Minds and all like like all of the Law and Order and all those. They're like those are hard for me to watch because they're almost all the same. I need like actual like definitive storylines. I don't know. It would be nice, but I just yeah. When I go see Deadpool, I might get a gluten-free pizza. Yeah, I know we're planning a nice thing to go see Deadpool. So I'm hoping to go do that. Good morning, Becky. The breakfast buffets are the way to go at Disney. Slightly cheaper than lunch, dinner, and there is always a good amount of meat options. Yeah, and I think they'll even bring you like over easy eggs and stuff if you ask them. Maybe not the character meals where they're trying to rush you in and out. Like I remember we went and had breakfast at the Wave when it was still the Wave. Now it's a steakhouse at the Contemporary, and I want to say that they'll do things like that. They'll bring you over easy eggs, or they'll bring you however you want your eggs cooked. Um, the Wave is that was actually pretty cool too. We went there after the parks one night. We had been doing all kinds of stuff, and we just went and had like a couple of cocktails and had some appetizers, got some wings and some stuff, and it was nice just to hang out there, just kind of have that experience. I used to love to eat Asian Chinese food, but no mas, all the rice. I make things like I'll get or what I'll do is I'll take cauliflower rice and like cook it till it's kind of dry. And then I'll add in some chicken or shrimp or whatever I want, a little bit of liquid aminos or whatever you need, whatever you're looking for. Like if you can't have soy sauce or get some gluten-free soy sauce. And you can get like the G Hughes, they have like orange chicken and teriyaki and things like that. Those kind of marinades, you pour those in there. That stuff is delicious. Same thing with like Thai. You could do the same thing, make like Thai food, get some find some like low carb as you can find curry sauce. Oh, it's so good. There's so much out there that you can actually find that's good. You can kind of replicate just about every flavor out there. So yeah. Mm. That was our go-to before keto, General Tso's chicken. Um, Real good foods, if depending on where you are, I think even Walmarts now have like an orange chicken and a General Tso's chicken, frozen chicken chunks or whatever, that are General Tso and orange by Real Good. I think they're relatively low in carbs. I don't necessarily know the ingredients. We can look at that real quick though. Let me see here. All right, so let's look at this and see. All right, so we look here, the General Tso. So the ingredients are chicken breast with rib meat, um, water, sweetener, erythritol, monk fruit extract, apple cider vinegar, whey protein concentrate, chickpea flour. Let's see. Let's see. I had a sneeze. soy sauce, let's see, ginger powder, garlic powder, guar gum, chili flakes, cayenne pepper, paprika, onion powder, black pepper, egg white, breaded chicken fried in grapeseed oil. So, I mean, it's not the best thing. Grapeseed, safflower oil, sunflower oil, or non-GMO canola oil contains. So, I mean, is this the best? Absolutely not. Is this probably better than going to your local Asian takeout place and getting it? I imagine it is. And so 1 cup, so 140 grams is looks like it's 12 total carbohydrates, and then there's 8 grams of erythritol. So it looks like about 4 net carbs if you're playing that game with 23 grams of protein, 6 grams of fat. So, I mean, is this doable? Yeah. I mean, is this something that you would want to eat all the time? Absolutely not. But is this if you really need that in the pinch? Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot that that was like this. I didn't realize that was the season opener. That's what I get for just kind of watching and clicking through. I've had friends order those before. I didn't know what they were. In Texas, we judge Mexican restaurants by their chips and salsa rather difficult to do that now. Now does it now Mexican restaurants should be carrying like chicharrones, you know what I'm saying? Like and have, you know, that's something that I haven't had before. I haven't tried that. Have you tried pork rinds and salsa? Let me know in the comments. I've done pork rinds and queso, pork rinds and French onion dip. Um, but I've never done it with salsa before. Let me know what you think. We have a local chain that does serve in-house made pork rinds. That sounds awesome. Jihu spicy chili sauce is the best. I like that too. It's not even anywhere near dark yet, Heath. Let's see. I'll go to J&J in Texas. It's a chain around Austin area and order a hamburger and leave out the buns. It seems like in Texas though, like to me getting burger pat. So to me, anywhere other than a fast food place. Let me know now. So and let me know what your thoughts on this are. But anywhere to me, like going anywhere outside of a fast food restaurant to get burger patties seems to be such a waste of money. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel like that's the worst way to spend money. It's like, I mean, even at like if you can get like a patty for $1.79 at $1.19, $1.79, $2 at a fast food restaurant, I think that's a better deal and than going. And I don't know what J and J's are charging for a hamburger. It's like I know like even something like Five Guys, you can get like basically a full salad to go with your patty for free. I think they give you the bacon and the cheese and all that stuff or whatever. I haven't been in a long time, so maybe I'm misremembering. Um, but I don't know. It just seems to be not the best use of money, and I know in a pinch it's what it is, but it's about time Cindy shows up. Good morning. Goodness gracious. Sorry I'm late, but once in a while I need my sleep. I need my sleep all the time. It is a lot of ingredients, but anytime you're gonna be, I mean, just think about what's in regular General So chicken. It's like tempura fried chicken, and then there's all the sweet. Then you've got like 2 cups of sugar in the sauce. I don't know. I think like it's not the best, but it's a way to get that fix. I mean, realistically, you could get their regular breaded nuggets and then just fry those up. If you're gonna fry them up or whatever, and then toss them in General So like GU sauce or whatever. That would probably be okay. I don't really MSG is one of those things to me. I don't necessarily know if I because I guess I saw a video by Guga Foods. If anybody's familiar with Guga, he had a channel starting off called Sous Vide Everything, and then he branched off and created another channel called Guga Foods. Basically, all he does is he does all the a lot of steak, like not challenges, but steak experiments or experiments with food. And he made his own MSG out of actual natural ingredients, and I thought that was interesting. So seeing how that's done, it doesn't necessarily bother me, and I don't necessarily know like why I should avoid MSG. Maybe you guys can sound off in the comments about that as well. Heath is asking Becky if she's tried KG barbecue. They have not. Pork rinds and salsa is amazing. I'll have to try that. I have to remember I never have salsa. Scott's in the house. Yeah, McDonald's, they're pretty good. I do wish I had In and Out though. I wish we had an In and Out, but at the same time I don't. And maybe I've covered this before, but the idea that I don't have a desire to go to fast food places. And if we had an In and Out, I would have a desire to go to fast food places. I would actually then want to go there more often. So right now, like McDonald's to me isn't a thing. I don't think about McDonald's. I do think it's funny that now McDonald's has said they're going to come out with a short-lived $5 menu where you get like a four-piece nugget, a small fry, a small drink, and like a chicken sandwich or a McDouble cheeseburger, and that's gonna be $5. And then Burger King's talking about how they're gonna have one. And then I was driving home from the show last night and I passed a Rally's, and Rally's had on their marquee $5 meal combo or whatever. And I was like, all it really takes is for one company to kind of step up, and then it really does lower the bar. But at the same time, really a small soda. I know we shouldn't have the soda. I know, but like people are just going to upsize the soda because a small soda isn't going to do you any good. Like, and I know that I'm going to get a Coke Zero anyway, but just that's not enough liquid. So it's not that difficult, really. At least not for me. Like I think about it like this: um, so we go to a Mexican restaurant here, and they have fajitas. You can get like steak fajitas, chicken fajitas, shrimp fajitas, chorizo fajitas, and you can start getting them kind of